YouTube is live! What up? And now we're Facebook Live too. Hello guys!
Fantastic.
I'm Ruth Ann.
I'm Chris.
And we are Geek Chic Promotions. Every week we like to do a Weekend Rage or Nerd Rage where we discuss with you the news from the week. So here we go. And we also like to drink. What are we drinking tonight?
Okay, this
Or today?
is a rum. It was a gift from Tony Donnelly.
Tony Donnelly, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Tag you in this.
Not really a gift. He brought it over and left it at my house, and I'm finishing it off. That's how that goes.
That's the best type of gift. So, wait, so what kind of rum is it? It doesn't have like a whole story?
Okay, so it is a spiced rum. It's called Edward Gunpowder England rum.
I'm on board for everything I'm hearing.
It does have a story about a powerful history that lives in this bottle. Came over here on an English galleon flying the Captain Edward England flag, which sunk in 1614. So you know it's good, and it's from deep in the Caribbean, and a lot of other stuff that I'm not going to get into because I want to drink.
Yes.
So,
well, cheers to you, and cheers to all of you for joining us today. Here we go. Oh, that's so smooth. This is going to be a problem.
This is straight, by the way.
Oh, yeah, this is just on the rocks.
This is just rum.
We don't mess around.
Yeah, and we finished off the bottle. Because
yeah, oh, yeah.
I know Tony wanted
That's
the bottle
why the
back,
rum's gone.
So
we're why it's gone.
Yeah, we're why it's gone. Otherwise, it would just sit there for forever.
Yeah. I am sharing this around as we speak to make sure everybody can see this.
So, last weekend we were at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes, we were.
As you know from our last video.
Thank you again, Ming Chen, for joining us. That was awesome.
Super fun. And it was an exhausting trip. And also, because, I mean, we were working that show, which, you know, we've done some other San Diego Comic-Cons where it hasn't been, like, this full-on, where we had to do a booth and a party and all this other stuff.
It was a lot.
It was a lot of stuff to do. However, it is now, I'm going into, my contract is ending with Skybound this week. It was only up until San Diego Comic-Con. I'm wrapping up everything. And I would just like to give a shout out to my Skybound peeps because they were amazing to work with, and they were so super fun, and working on all of their stuff, the Skybound lounges that were developed, and the Walking Dead wine stuff I got to do, and all sorts of amazing things that I got to do, as well as working with Come To Us, which was the Summoner's War game, mobile playing game, which we designed their booth. And we implemented it. We had a super awesome claw machine. Everything went
really awesome.
Really well. Everything was super fun and had an amazing time. So now that that's wrapping up, we're going to move on to bigger and better things, or maybe just other things.
Yes, and thank you, Chris, for bringing me on for all of these shows with Skybound and everything like that. And I had a grand old time meeting the Skybound crew and all that. We had a lot of fun.
Yes, it was good times. Lots of conventions and... so now we're going to move on.
Sorry, I heard a terrible noise. I was like, is that my computer? As you guys know, my computer has been a little jacked. It's fine. We're fine. It's all fine here.
So, today, what we're going to be talking about is some of the things that have come out of San Diego Comic-Con, which, one of those things, which, you know, as you know from our YouTube channel, Ruth Ann has done a whole bunch of... reaction videos. Yes, and so
if you guys haven't seen it, make sure to follow us. Hey guys, I see you over there on YouTube. I'm gonna bring it up.
So
the computer crashed. So
computer's crashing. She's rebooting. But one of the things that we did not do a reaction video for was the Titan series that apparently is on a new streaming network.
Yes.
So I don't know what streaming network that is.
Yeah.
I have not looked into it, I'll be honest. I just saw the outrage about it, and I also saw the whole fuck Batman thing, which is causing quite an uproar.
Quite a bit.
Yes.
People are no way on it.
It was, and I watched it, and I was like, ooh, what's this about? Like, what's this fuck Batman shit about? And so I watched it, and legit, it's just basically Robin, going Dark Knight, and everyone's like, "Oh, Batman, we need Batman." He was like, "Fuck Batman," and and everyone was like, "What? You can't do that." And so that's where the outrage is about. So that's what we want to discuss today with everybody, as well as James Gunn being fired off of Guardians of the Galaxy.
I do want to discuss this with everybody. I want to hear everybody's opinions on it.
There have been so many varying sides of what's going on. Some people are like, racist guy, get him off. And then other people are like, it's from 10 years ago when he was trying to be edgy and cool. And so two very differing sides of the coin here.
Yeah, if you guys haven't read the tweets, because I made sure to read the tweets that he was fired over. So I think you guys should check them out. It is not appropriate for us to read them on this channel.
Nope.
Because they are dark and they're horrible.
They're like a little pedophilic. Is that a word? I don't even know if that's a word.
It is now. We have coined it for James Gunn.
Yes. So, anywho. All right, so are you set?
I know. I'm like, I have everything open.
She just got her computer fixed.
Well, we tried to fix it.
Am I blaming Colby?
Yeah, no, actually, it was, hey, George, good to see you, man. Oh, good. Okay, I can see the comments now, I believe. Oh, no, unless I do this. Okay, I think we're good. I think I'll see. Hi, George. How are you, sir? So I did not see the new live-action Titans trailer or whatever that's going on that everybody's enraged about.
Any way we can link to it? Probably not.
Probably not at this point.
That's okay. We'll move on.
Okay, sorry.
I'm hoping other people who are watching saw it, though, because I feel like it was one of the big things that I saw happen after San Diego Comic-Con, as well as like all the trailers for all of the things.
Yeah, and actually I haven't had a chance, so I did the reaction videos to the trailers for Godzilla, Shazam, Glass, and also Aquaman. And then...
There is a fucking fruit fly on my face.
He's been flirting with us all day and getting a little too aggressive.
I feel like I just smeared my lipstick across my face.
Nope, you're good.
All right, cool.
let's just drink some more. It's fine. We're all fine.
Anyway, continue.
So, and of course, we discussed it a little bit on Ruesday Tuesday, but what did you think of these trailers? Let's start with Godzilla, because there was a lot going in on the Godzilla trailer.
Godzilla was kind of amazing because all the Titans, I mean, not related to the Titans series, but all of the Titans appeared, which was like Mothra.
It's a lot.
But it was so cool.
I know.
Because Godzilla's the king of them all.
I know, but do you think they can handle it? That's a huge bite to take off in one movie.
I'm going to be able to handle it.
I mean, they can handle it. I mean, we can handle it. I'm saying, like, the actual people that are making the movie, can they handle it?
I was on board when I saw it, and I don't know why, but that was, like, the least viewed, like, trailer reaction video out of all the ones that we did. And I was like,
Aquaman that's kind of
It's
gotten
Aquaman.
the most.
That's totally gone up there. And I watched the Aquaman trailer, and I was like, I'll always watch Jason Momoa.
I mean, shirt off. I'm on board.
I know. So I'm like, dude, but still... You know, the Aquaman thing I was kind of on board with, only because this is going to be a really funny comparison, but I was like, oh, it's like the Little Mermaid brought to life.
It
totally was.
It totally
was. It was like all these like beautiful colors, and it was like gorgeous, and you know, like lots of blues and greens and pinks.
Well, I
and
think the reason that people are most interested in how we react to that one and talking about that one is because it's the next. I mean, we have gotten some of the did we get a trailer yet for the new Wonder Woman 84? We haven't. We've only gotten pictures. So, like, this is the first trailer for the next DC movie in, like, the DCU. So I'm sure, like, that's why people are like, well, what did you think? Like, what do you want?
Right.
And all that kind of stuff. So I get it. Yeah, I mean, sure, I'm on board. You know?
You're like, all right.
I'm all right. I'm excited for Shazam.
Okay. I wasn't.
What?
I know. I watched it, and I was like, is this just, like, a superhero version of Big?
Oh my god!
And also, if it is, bring back Tom Hanks. Like,
come back.
He did it the best. Like, I did not buy. What's his face? I can't even remember his name right now.
Zach Levi.
I always want to say Chuck.
I don't buy a Chuck.
But like, I didn't quite buy his childlikeness that he was supposed to have as an adult.
I find it the exact opposite. Guys, shocking news. Chris and I disagree. Shocking.
This is
never happens. For all of you joining, we're drinking straight rum because we're excited to. We had a great time at San Diego, but we needed a little bit of a break.
By the end of this half hour.
George says Shazam looks like Big without the Zoltar machine. Yes, George nailed it. Yeah, that's exactly what Chris is saying.
The costume.
I know. Okay, so here's my defense of it.
Okay.
And again, I did not read any of the Shazam comics or anything like that.
I watched the original series, by the way.
Really?
As a child. Yes, I did.
So you loved it as a child?
I did.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay, the only thing that I've seen of Shazam was DC did a feature-length cartoon of it back in like 2008, 9, somewhere around there. Yeah. And it was actually quite good. And I saw it at, I believe I was at New York Comic Con 2008 and watched it, and I was like, oh, all right, like, I like this. So that was my only introduction.
As a kid, there was like they had the whole thing with the Shazam and like turning. Yeah, but he was not a child.
He wasn't a child when he turned.
Right.
Oh, so it was less of a Yu-Gi-Oh thing.
Yes. 100% it was. And it was, I don't know, like, I watched this and I was, like, a little bit, like, baffled. I was like...
Really? Yeah, I guess...
But also, I was like, all right, I go with it. I'm not going to say I'm familiar with, like, the whole Shazam universe, because I am not. I just remember that one brief thing from my childhood.
Yeah.
Probably incorrectly.
Well,
and it probably would not hold up today.
Yeah,
So,
as most of the stuff that we're like, we loved it as kids.
And I like Zachary Levi. Like, I really do.
So here's my defense of this movie and why I'm excited about it. A, it's the first time that I feel like DC is like, we're just going to do a fun superhero movie.
Or do you think they're trying to compete with Marvel's super fun lightheartedness?
I mean, it's about time that they get on the bandwagon.
But I feel like with their Dark Knight bullshit and their Nightwing stuff, that they're trying to differentiate themselves and be like the realistic version, like to offset Marvel and just have their own brand.
I agree, but I feel
not
like
agreeing with it.
I feel like they're just like, maybe we should try something different, because like a lot of fans don't like Suicide Squad and Batman versus Superman and Justice League.
Part of the backlash from the whole Titans series was like, does DC have to do everything like Dark Knight? And it's like, well, does Marvel have to do everything funny and pop? Like, it's like, you know, but they like those movies, so we're not going to criticize them. Whereas with The Dark Knight, it's like, well, really, only Christopher Nolan did that.
Yeah.
It's not like they're married to that. Suicide Squad was like sort of there, but they lightened it up with their reshoots, and it still wasn't. I mean, we had Jared Leto as the Joker, which was terrible.
Oh God, that movie was so bad. I almost stood up in the theater. I was so angry at the her last line. Okay, true story. In her last line, when she's like, "And you don't pick on my friends," like Harley Quinn to like the whatever, I was like, no, you've not been friends this entire time. You hate each other. Oh God. Like, anyways, I can't go into that movie. Tangent. But what I like about Shazam is that I feel like it matches like for the first time DC is like, we're gonna do like a comic book movie versus like, we're gonna Christopher Nolan the shit out of this.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, what else did they do besides Suicide Squad that Christopher Nolan did?
Well, I just mean the flavor of going dark, like, Martha, why did you use that name? Like, that kind of, you know what I mean? Like, sorry.
Wait, can we have her do that again? Because that was incredible.
Is that going to be a new GIF that we make?
Oh, please, somebody cut that into a GIF and just, blast
Hi,
it
JC,
everywhere.
what's going on? Martha, why did you use that name? Yeah, it's not great. But yeah, I was on board for, and I am so on board for Glass. Thank you so much for pointing that out to me. I had and also, I didn't know about Split. Did you know about the movie Split?
Yes.
How did I not know about the movie Split? Now I have to go see that movie.
Holy shit, that came out like a million years ago.
I know.
It was good.
I know.
So wait.
I know.
So you don't even know like the twist ending to it?
That it is a part of the universe?
No.
No. Well, no, then
that's not the twist.
Okay, then don't say anything.
I'm not, but I'm like, holy shit, it came out like a million years ago. Like,
I swear to God, really, like, if any of you ruin the twist for me, I'm going to watch it tonight. Just make sure you don't.
I cannot believe you haven't seen it.
I know. I didn't even know it existed. What's wrong with me?
I don't know.
What's wrong with me, guys?
James McAvoy? Come on.
I know.
He was brilliant in it.
I know.
Having a hard time here, guys. I'm having a hard time.
I'll just drink some more. It'll be fine. Guys, and of course, you guys let us know what you thought about any of these.
Yes, watch that first. Because otherwise you will not understand Glass. You're going to be like, what's this
rum gun?
Literally, a lot of different personalities.
Yeah.
That's the whole gist of it.
Yeah. So, I want to get into a deeper discussion about the James Gunn issue.
Okay.
So, social media is basically destroying people. Because 10 years ago, when you first got a Twitter account, you were just being funny and like doing your own thing. And probably at that point, the only people following James Gunn was his close friends. Right?
Well,
it wasn't like he was a big, huge name then.
He was
like 10 years ago?
Yeah, he was working. He was on something. I can't remember if he was a comedian. I can't remember what was his deal. But he was working on something, on a show that required him to be super edgy and kind of dick. Like, from what I recall, please keep in mind, this is like from years ago. And it was part of his shock value type of attention getting that was part of his shtick.
So he was a cringe humor comedian.
Exactly.
Because that legitimately 10 years ago was when it was on its like
and
uprise.
It doesn't mean that that's who he really was, but also we all like, here's the thing, okay, if you're saying, like, people are like having trouble reconciling this and like the Roseanne Barr thing, okay, but Roseanne Barr is saying these things now. He said these things a decade ago when he was a different person, before he even knew where he was going to be in the future, when Twitter was not really a thing and everyone was just like, rah, rah, rah. And he didn't have the foresight to go back and delete stuff, because who does? I haven't.
So, like, here's the... okay, I can argue all sides of it, because, like, I don't know how I kind of lay on it, because Guardians of the Galaxy is a Disney...
Yes, agreed.
So... I know personally from working on Disney sets, like, even just doing background on Disney sets, I had to go through a rigorous background check, including my social media. Like,
so clearly, some fanboy who got mad at James Gunn went back into his tweets and found all this crap and then posted it and pretty much got his revenge on James Gunn.
Yeah.
But he did a better background check than Disney did on James Gunn?
I guess, like, that's what would also be interesting.
I feel like
who brought this out.
I feel like they knew, but they were just like, it's 10 years ago. But
like,
as soon as somebody drags it up and makes a deal about it now, they have to take action.
To do something. And
they have to. It's like, it's almost like they'll get, like, worse press if they don't, which sucks.
That's exactly what I was going to bring up, is that, like, again, I don't know if I agree with them firing him.
I don't.
But, like,
I
get why they had to.
I get why they had to, but I don't agree with it. And I honestly think that, okay, so this actually goes right along with, like, the whole Chris Hardwick situation. Okay? So Chris Hardwick, as you know, okay, this whole thing came out with his, like, ex-wife, whatever, and he gets completely, like, shoved out of, like, everything San Diego Comic-Con, as well as the AMC shows.
So here's my theory on that, just real quick.
But they did their investigation now, and they cleared him, and now he's back.
Well, so here's the thing that I feel like the reason they had to with Chris Hardwick specifically, that they needed to, like, nope, you can't do these San Diego shows, we're taking this off the air, was because of how he reacted to it. He had one of the worst press releases I have ever seen. On top of that,
publicist is, but they then
he sent TMZ all of the texts that she had sent him. Did you see that thing? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So he, like, did the because, like, here's what somebody in that position should have done is, like, I am very sorry. I was, like, we were both culpable and not, because, like, that's the thing, is that what Chloe wrote was not just blaming him and not attacking him. She was also like, yeah, I was a mess and I should have left earlier, like, all that kind of stuff. She was very honest and very raw about it. And if he was just like, you know what, I'm really sorry, I was a terrible person at that time, I've grown and I've learned, and I'm so sorry for, you know, any pain I caused you, and,
But also, don't you feel like that's what he probably said when AMC did their investigation?
Yep.
Which we could apply to James Gunn and be like, I'm so sorry, I was a different person, that was 10 years ago, I had a different persona, I was working on a different project, I was much younger, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. So I feel like James Gunn kind of deserves that same investigation that Chris Hardwick got. And honestly, everyone gets judged in the court of public opinion. Like, before anyone even knows.
Was that Black Mirror episode that also Orville did about, like,
exactly.
your upticks or whatever? It's a tricky time to be in the limelight. Like, really you legitimately have to hire a private investigator as soon as you're, like, brought on for a big project and be like, can you just make sure that I ain't got no skeletons that I didn't realize in the closet?
Yeah,
or, like, I delete
my accounts,
all my shit,
my stuff, like,
because we're
go out and kill people that can say bad things about me.
Yeah, right. Wait,
what?
What? Because that's the social media age that we're living in at this point, and, like, because we lucked out that we did not have the internet as children, so all of that embarrassing shit that we did as kids.
Also, by the way,
it's not on the internet.
So, like, MySpace, that was, like, you know, the beginning of social media, or Friends, or whatever the hell it was. But I was a working professional when Facebook came around, when we were all allowed access to it. So I was actually working already at Image Comics, and I had been for quite a few years, whereas before that it was forums. You had message forums. That's all you had.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden MySpace came in, then all of a sudden Facebook, and then Twitter. And it was like this bam, bam, bam of like social media stuff. And at the time when I joined, it was purely as a public-facing figure of Image. It was just like, I am the editor-in-chief. I need to put a good face on because I'm the face of the company, essentially, is what that was happening. And so I never shared anything that was, like, inappropriate because I knew I was representing the company.
Yeah.
And so, like, I feel kind of lucky that I was at that right age when all of social media, like, took over, whereas these people who are just like on it to have fun don't realize that they're potentially sabotaging their future by posting some of the stupidest shit they're posting.
The video that changed how I looked at like kids today coming up this was probably like 8 or 10 years ago. And I was like, you know, watching YouTube videos as we do. And this one it was probably when Double Rainbow was the big funny thing to watch. Do you remember Double Rainbow? Double Rainbow all the way. Oh. What does it mean?
What does it mean? Yes.
Exactly. Bam. So probably after that, this video pops up of this kid, this like, maybe like 15-year-old kid, skater kid with his little like skull cap on in his kitchen in like a folding chair. And he's like, all right, guys. I know, like, a lot of my fans have wanted me to really step it up on my show. So today, I'm gonna light this lighter up my nose.
Oh, yeah!
I told you
I
about
remember
this.
that guy.
Yeah.
I remember that
so
guy.
Then,
I remember that guy.
So this is like, it's this whole thing. He's like prepping himself, like, getting ready. And at first light doesn't light. And the second one, you see the fucking glow. Like, you see his nostril, like, glow with embers inside. And he falls off the chair and just starts screaming and crying. He sobs for a solid minute and doesn't edit it and just posts it. Like, that was my moment of just, like, they like this attention? Like, they like doing these horribly embarrassing things. Like, I am so glad
they're children.
that we came at a time that there wasn't like digital like evidence of all of our most embarrassing moments.
Yeah.
Like, good God, Lemon.
Yep. I mean, at that point in time, by the way, there was also no like well, I'm not gonna get that's a whole
So Eric Davis says I would say it's the good thing about not having social media back when we were kids, no sort of social media backlash. Yeah, and there's no backlash as well.
Yeah.
And also, these poor kids have to deal with cyberbullying. Like, that's
horrible.
It's horrible. You feel like you're in a safe space and you finally find your people and they're awful to you.
And I also feel like there's a lot of...
Oh, hey Beth Fryman.
Hey Beth.
It's good to see you, girl.
Yeah. I also feel like social media has become kind of a beast in that people use it these days to be fulfilled. Like where they are looking for some kind of like connection to people, but also like they need reinforced, like it's like for self-esteem issues of like I feel ugly today, so I'm going to post a really pretty picture of myself so everybody can tell me I'm beautiful. And I
don't know anybody that does
myself. That. But I also feel like people do it for monetary gain. Like, it's not just that. It's also just like, but it's not like, I'm not saying like, oh, I can use this to my advantage to make money. I mean, like, the more followers I get, then the more money I can make eventually. Like, and that's me, by the way. Like, I will 100%.
You're totally, but you're like, by the way, I'm one of those people.
I'm one of those people that I was like, you know what? Like, if I can turn this into a money-making thing, I'm doing it.
Yeah. Well, and there's so many different ways that people use social media. So there are some, and I always feel so bad because I see them on my feed where they just are pouring their hearts out and nobody's responding. And it's like on a daily basis, they're like...
I get really
and I'm just
sad
like,
about
I'm
that.
like, oh God, see a therapist. We can't help you. Oh God.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
And then there's the political ones who want to discuss all the politics. When I say politics, I don't just mean like, you know, Democrats and Republicans. I'm talking on the nerd level as well, because there's so many politics that happen in the cosplay community, in the comic book community, in the convention community, in the events community. There's drama and politics and everything.
I never do that, by the way. I never get into politics or religion or anything like that on social media because it's a losing battle. Like, you're never going to change anyone's mind, so what's the point?
Well, yeah, so there's...
Also, you're, like, in an echo chamber.
Yeah, exactly. So there's two different versions, right? So if you're on your personal profile, which, on mine, I only have friends and family, they'll agree with me. Right. So what's the point? But then if I say it on my, public page, like, oh God,
Not only
no.
are you, like, alienating people, but, like, also you get this, like... this argument started for no reason. It's like neither one of you is going to change each other's minds.
No.
And that's why I'm like, I find all of the political stuff so pointless. So pointless.
It's so sad, but
like
it's true.
And I don't want to hear it, and I don't want to deal with it. Like everyone who knows me knows how I feel.
All right, so to wrap up on the James Gunn issue, because as we kind of went into a whole social media thing. So for everybody also comment what you think. Do you think that do you think that Disney was right in firing him? Do you think they were wrong? What's the other option?
Do you think...
Or their hands were tied?
Their hands were tied, yeah. I that's absolutely correct.
To me, their hands were tied.
I also want to know if you guys, really cared that much about Nightwing saying, fuck Batman in the Titan series. I really want
That is a good point, because, some Nightwing fans are probably
that's not like Nightwing.
You're no, he's the good... You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm curious about that.
Yeah, that is a good point.
And you know
I'm
what?
very curious how you guys felt.
If we had a laptop, we would post a link to it so you all could watch it right
sorry.
now. But it's fine. It's fine.
Oh. So I just found out that my laptop is going to be completely useless this fall because Mac is going to be putting out a update that anything below a certain year is just useless.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So it's a good thing you got that cat hair out. She legit just told me about that before the stream.
Oh my God.
Like, there was a cat hair in there that I got
I don't own cats.
And she doesn't own cats.
How?
Rod and Vince. I think that was the problem.
By the way, I love you guys. Rod and Vince, thank you again for coming all the way down to Hollywood to try to help me with my computer and test the RAMs. Where they're like, there's a hair in here. Interesting. I'm like,
day in the life.
Oh, this
day in the life.
Don't even
own.
Flippin' hell. Mm-hmm. So in other Geek Chic news, we're gonna continue with doing more low battery. Thanks. Jesus Christmas. And Eric, sorry, before we move forward, Eric says the only thing I'll say about politics on here is that I hate it. It shouldn't be brought up in geek culture, especially.
Agreed. Mm-hmm.
Well played. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then Eric also says, I wish Disney didn't have to do that, though. Mm-hmm. I understand why, but I can't say I agree with it. That's a great way of saying it, Eric. Because, agreed. I wish they didn't have to.
I wish they would do an investigation and make their determination instead of just off the cuff doing it.
Yeah, that is interesting because social media is the one place that there's not a trial and jury. It's just you lose.
Yep. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Burp. So what were you going to say about us?
I was going to say, so upcoming stuff that we have, we're going to keep doing, obviously, our Ruse Day Tuesdays and our Nerd Rages. Mm-hmm. We're going to be adding more reaction videos. Mm-hmm. I apologize again because my laptop's not working, so it is going to have to be legit the mirror for my projected wall for a while. Well, I'll do some anime. We'll do some...
you know what? To people who, have an issue with that...
I know, right?
Calm down.
There was somebody who commented, like, this is 2018.
He's like, I like you. I like your reactions, but this is 2018. You need to do picture within a picture.
And, I get it. I get it, bro.
Settle down, all right?
We're just starting out doing it. And all my computers are shutting down. It's the worst. Oh, God. And Eric says, now to some better topics. Moving on. So we got that coming up. We have a lot of events that we're planning for this upcoming year. We are working very directly with Comic-Con Revolution. There's going to be some big announcements coming out very soon. Mm-hmm. We cannot say what, but it's going to be awesome. Stay tuned.
We've got a lot of good stuff in the works.
Yeah.
And, now that my Skybound contract is up, I am free and clear once more, and I'm going to be taking on a whole bunch of different things that
That's right.
are hopefully amazing.
Yes.
So, yep.
So guys, stay tuned. Thank you again for joining us for our Nerd Rage and Rum Drinking Fest.
Don't forget to check out our website and buy all of our merch.
Oh yeah, we have awesome merch like flasks and awesome t-shirts.
Yes.
So check it out. Please, like, subscribe, all that malarkey, and we will see you very soon.
See you soon.
All right, bye.
Bye.
There we go. And that one.
Big finger.
I know, giant finger.